Touch and go is a gold mine, but we're not digging enough. I do not believe 996.
There is performative hustle, and then there's also productive hustle
Correct.
as well.
We want the second one. TNGD never have scheduled downtime. You have to design the system almost like a submarine with compartment, which means if it's one part is a problem, malfunction, you can seal that problem. So the shareholder asking me, hey Alan, we already have the largest market share in the eWallet industry. How much more market share we need to make profit? Market share does not resolve the problem. More market share only means more losses. Not many people know I came to TNGD volunteered. If you're looking for title, looking for money, I won't come here. I came here because I believe this one has a very big future. My journey in TNGD is not just as a professional manager, is in between a professional manager and entrepreneur. That's why I always believe the self-drive is one of the most important personal traits to make you successful.
Welcome to another episode of Fintech Fireside Asia. Today, I am joined by Alan Lee, who is the CEO of TNG Digital. Of course, it's a name that most Malaysians don't need any introduction to. It is the largest e-wallet with 26 million verified users last I checked, but you feel free to correct me in a bit.
Actually, this month we surpassed 27.
27. Every time I have a conversation with Alan, the number goes up. So that's a good sign of growth as well. Alan, welcome to the show, and thank you for joining us again.
Thank you for inviting me.
Yeah, it's been a while. I think the last time we really sat down and had a full-blown conversation like this was 2 years ago.
Correct.
At our Fintech Frontiers Awards, which was the winner as the Fintech of the Year. So I think one of the things that when re-listening back to our conversation, I picked out the 3 phases of TNG Digital. The first phase was when you mentioned Nizam was the one who built the foundation. Ignatius was the one who helped to kind of build the commercial scale, and then you come in with your digital financial services skill set. And now that TNG Digital has exceeded 50% of the revenue from non-payment sources, my question to you is, what phase of TNG Digital are we at the moment?
I think we're probably in the phase 3.
Still phase 3?
Still developing. I still remember a conversation I had with my shareholder 3 years ago. We already in the business for 6 years, and we're still losing money. Actually, a fairly big number. So the shareholder asking me, hey, Alan, we already have the largest market share in the e-wallet industry. How much more market share we need to make profit? I told them, if we do not diversify our business, more share, more losses. Because in the payment business in Malaysia, the unique economics working against you. Every transaction after cost are losing money. So in that situation, market share does not resolve the problem. More market share only means more losses, right? So the key is not just market share, it's a mix. Payment is always our home. This is where our customer interact with us. This is we build our ecosystem. But you have to monetize beyond that. So this is what we're really doing for the last 3-4 years. We really diversify our income source, not just payment, financial services, right? Even within payments, we're pushing much, much harder for online payments and cross-border payments, because these ones still have healthy margin. Like the QR business is actually money-losing business, right? So the mix,
what got your foot in the door.
Correct. That's still very important. We still, really need to keep this business. But in order to be long-term sustainable, you have to diversify. And that's exactly what we did. I think by now, you're just looking at 3 years ago, payment used to be 75% total income. Right now, it's less than half. In year-to-date 2026, it's a 47%.
Okay.
So 53%.
53 non-payment.
From non-payments, right? So that's one. Some other business like cross-border payments used to be 0, now is 11%.
11%.
So that's significant, right?
Was it 0 last year, 2 years ago?
In 2023 was 0.
Okay, so in 3 years.
We literally started after COVID, right? You cannot travel. So from 0 to 11% in 3 years is very fast, right? And also about the B2B business, to providing technology services, providing merchant services. Again, 3 years ago is 0. Right now, year to date, 2026, 15%. 15, right? With diversification really helped. So that's why in 2024 Q4 is the first time we break even. In September 2024, we break even. And every single month since that, we're profitable. Okay. So it is not just about growth story. It's about the mix management. When you have your mode on the payments, how do you leverage the base to further diversify your income stream from other more value-added services? That's critical. If you only do payments, honestly, I think it's super difficult.
You won't make any money. Yeah. So there's a few interesting things that I think we can talk about over there. And I guess first is your journey to profitability, and also, I guess, like, at what point or at what metric were you looking at? Do you decide, okay, now it's time for us to monetize? Because I'm sure your shareholders, as you said, has been pushing you guys like, when can we be profitable? So at around year 6, year 7, or even slightly before that, when you guys executed the plan to start monetizing, start diversifying, at what point of user base do you tell your team, okay, this is enough, let's start to monetize the base that we have?
So you're looking at a few things. Number one is a penetration to the population, or at least to the adult population. Right. Number two, you're looking at a user frequency. We still critical. Only a penetration by people using you twice a month. That means what? There's no stickiness.
Or download and then move on to the next app.
There's no eyeball, right? There's no traffic. That won't work. So we're monitoring these two dimensions very closely to see how penetration is increasing month by month, and all how sticky our users are, how many times they interact with us. We look at this matrix, then we say, hey, now it's time for us to really cross-sell, upsell, and do other things. So it's actually, it works.
Okay.
So we think, I think for any payment business or any business you want to cross upsell, that is probably the main matrix you need to be looking at.
Okay. So right now, I guess the number makes sense, right? 26 million verified users. And I think the important distinction here is the fact that it's verified. It's not just someone who downloaded the app, it's gone through a full eKYC, and you have 13.5 million active users, in which you say, on average, most users engage twice a day, right?
Yes.
My curiosity is, how much of that twice a day is payments versus non-payments?
Right now, let's see. We have 27 million eKYC users. Out of 27, about 24 are Malaysian, about 3 million are foreigners, right? So our penetration to Malaysia adults population in terms of eKYC verified users, I think closer to 90% already.
90%.
So it's extremely high.
Okay.
When you say 13 million monthly active user, that is about transacting user. So people doing transactions. If you, including with people, open the app, maybe check their Booty 95, quota, etc., but they didn't do transaction, that number increased to more than 16 million. Okay. So there's more than 16 million monthly active user. There's 13.5 million monthly transacting users.
Okay.
Right. But for these transacting users, they are doing transaction twice a day.
Okay.
Right. So if you're looking at a number of transactions purely from number, I believe payments do probably more than half. Because payment margin is same.
Yeah.
Right. I won't be. I don't know exact number. I'm gonna go back to check. But I won't be surprised. Payment in terms of transaction, they might still be 60-70%.
Okay.
Right. But they are contributing less than 50% revenue.
Ticket size is small, right? And I guess my curiosity is that as you guys evolve beyond payments company.
Mhm.
At the core, you're still payments, but you're evolving
Yes.
beyond it, right? And the last time we spoke, you mentioned that the core focus of this phase is digital financial services and digital merchant services. Are you expanding beyond that? Because I'm also looking at the new version of your app. There are other functionalities that I don't necessarily think falls under these two categories.
So to some extent, while you have 90% of population have already done verification with you, you effectively have an ecosystem. So there are certain things we want to do, let's say ourselves, payment, digital financial services. But there's a lot of times we might not be the best provider in that particular category. But there's some partner who is doing this very well. They just need an audience and platform to distribute their products. This is where we can work with the best in each of the category. That's why I really like to say TNGD is a very big open system. Partnership is a cornerstone of our business model. We like to partner with the best in different category. As long as we feel this particular service, there is an audience in our platform.
Right.
It can potentially enrich the ecosystem. There's a potential we can collaborate. It does not have to be payment. It does not have to be financial services. If you pay attention, recently we did a repositioning in June, right? We don't really call ourselves a payment app. We also don't like to call a super app.
Yeah, I noticed you distinctly avoid that phrasing.
Yeah, you see, I felt super app is a lot of just something. We are super. You have to use me.
Yeah.
I want to be your everyday digital companion. You're using me not because I'm super. It's because I'm convenient. I'm helpful.
Okay.
I also have a question regarding you guys trying to diversify from being a payments to, branching out to other things. I think last 2 weeks, me and my wife were going through the new TNG app.
Yeah.
And then we came across some things that I think normal users wouldn't have noticed. Like you can actually buy tires.
You can buy tires?
Yeah, Continental.
Oh, okay. And I observed this thing. I didn't realize you could buy tires.
Actually, we do have a collaboration with Continental Tire. They give one of the best discount on our platform.
Yeah.
So that's why you see one of the things maybe we under-communicated is about the importance of the search bar. I think a lot of times, if you're not 100% sure that something can be done, give it a try.
Search it.
There is a chance we already have a partner who can help you with that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So my question was most of the things that we see today are most of it are partners to TNG Digital, because for me, a normal user, I didn't know that I can actually buy a Continental tire there. Because in my mind, TNG Digital, other than making payments, is to check CITO scores, to check my Budi app. And then other than that, what are other things that is more prominent from you that you see that users use other than payments and checking their Budi or CITO score? What are some of the other things?
Actually, the reason why the business grows so fast is really because with a lot of partnership and new services people discover they can do our platform. To be honest, I think this repositioning or transition is something must to have because we become too crowded. It become impossible to put all the features and products on the homepage. Even I'm the CEO of the company, I cannot remember all the services we have. I think for people like your age and my age, we might still remember the Yahoo and AOL, right? They get wiped out by Google, by the way.
No, for sure. Right? with that clunky interface.
But do you remember, 20 years ago, you go to Yahoo, you see different category.
News, commerce.
Every category, you have 25 different links, right? You remember that age?
Yes, it's super clunky.
And that's exactly how the app like TNG Digital was doing before. We have things by category. Within category, you have seen so many icons. You need to remember where it is. That is no longer can sustain. When you have too many partners, too many services, this design doesn't work. This repositioning in June, one of the most important thing is we're migrating from Yahoo age to Google age. the most important feature right now is actually the search bar.
Okay.
What we try to tell you is, hey, don't even bother to remember what it is.
Just
There's too many things,
Yeah.
and it's keep changing,
Yeah.
right? So just go to search bar,
and search.
looking for everything you need,
Mm.
right? I think, recently when we do this transition, we do hear some complaints.
Mm.
Some user, because interface change,
Mm.
they cannot locate the icon as easily as before.
Yeah.
I think in hindsight, we could do two things better. Number one, the communication about search bar
Mm.
could be louder, right? We need telling people,
Yeah.
right?
I mean, even when we covered the story, that wasn't the main
Correct.
headline, right?
Correct.
It was the payment stats and the overall redesign.
Correct.
So yeah.
Correct. I think that Yahoo to Google search bar thing, we need to probably highlight it.
Yeah.
Right. So that's one thing we reflect on ourselves.
Mm.
Second thing is, we might also want to ease the pain of transition.
Mm.
There's some people already get used to using some very high frequency user case.
Mm.
And the moment you change the name, or it is not in the original place, people just panic.
That's true.
And particularly they are maybe in front of the toll, whatever, right?
Like,
So
where do I top up?
so
Like the pavement, right?
So-
There's a line building up.
correct. I think in hindsight we could do better.
Yeah.
One is we could highlight the search bar.
Yeah.
Number two, there's certain positioning, or maybe we need to give more clearer indication, or maybe we should not even move the high frequency icons, right? So we could do the transition better. But one thing is everyone need to understand is Yahoo age cannot sustain. It's a past. Google is the future.
Yeah.
And very quickly next is AI.
Yeah, that's about
Right.
it.
Reality is, I think we are testing certain function.
Yeah.
You can no need to type.
Yeah.
In the future, there will be something
Voice.
and AI powered voices for you to search in certain things.
Okay.
So we're very quickly also gonna move to AI age as well.
Because, like, I guess going back to your point about users, because there are many categories of
Yes.
users, and
Yes.
you have, again, 27 million. So there are digital natives and digital migrants, right? And I can imagine just seeing some of the elderly folks in my life, how they interact. Sometimes they write down step by step, okay, if I need to top up. And
Correct.
Yeah.
So once you break that one step, they're like, oh no, my notebook doesn't
you see,
work anymore. So I think that
Isn't that a blessing
Yeah.
for these people?
Yeah.
Because in the future, your
Yeah.
kids no longer need to teach you
Mm.
different step by step. Search bar.
Yeah.
Just search the word. They will tell you the rest.
Yeah.
I think that is actually
Yeah.
the beauty of moving to the next age.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have two follow-up questions for that, right? So the first is relating to AI, because you're saying that, okay, your app is transitioning from a more Yahoo age to a Google age, right? But even Google is moving out of
To
the Google age.
ChatGPT and
Yes, even
yeah.
Google is like rethinking whether the search strategy is the way to go,
Yeah.
how people prefer to interface with the app. So my first question for you is, because you said that this is something you guys are also thinking about. Tell us about what kind of form factor that looks like down the road when you guys do actually implement it. What's your vision of
Okay.
this?
You see, our current positioning
Yeah.
is we want to be your everyday digital companion.
Yes.
When we say we're companion, what does that mean?
Mhm.
We follow you,
Like a friend,
right?
Like a shadow.
You want something, then that's what I need to do.
Okay.
I need to follow the majority of my user what they really want.
Okay.
One thing we notice is no matter Yahoo, Google, or AI age, people want things easier, faster,
Yeah.
right? Less efforts.
Yeah.
I think that trend is definitely true. Even for myself, I realize I'm using Google less and less. I like to push a button and just see something and it will come out,
Yeah.
right? That is just easier.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
So I really believe the people interact with us maybe more likely will come to that direction more and more. And we try to also providing with services to make people's life easier.
So I'm just trying to translate that to what that might look like in real life, right? So would there be a scenario where you would design the app in such a way that a couple of years down the road, I can tell it, hey, Touch and Go, help me to top up 50 ringgit or type it in. Is that the vision for the product moving?
In the very beginning,
Yeah.
we try to change the search by typing to voice.
Okay.
I think that's the very first step.
Okay.
One, voice recognition accuracy become very, very high, and always agentic payment functionality is ready. Then you can marry with two. Then what you mentioned can really happen.
Okay.
You say top up 50 ringgit to
Buy something on Pinduoduo.
But of course, you have to authorize agent to do so. I think payment might be one of the more difficult cases for people to have the trust to authorize agent to do it.
I think you still want that last step as a user.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Speaking about agentic payments, I came to your event, I think a month ago, and you introduced a Go Travel, I think, where they can like also plan for you and make
AI
payments.
planner.
Something along the lines of agentic payments, right?
Yeah.
It's not agentic payments. It's more of agentic organizer for you.
Correct.
You cannot do payment. Payment you have to do yourself. Because reality is, let's see, you might feel comfortable.
Yeah.
Let AI do your travel planning. But do you feel comfortable? They'll pay 10,000 on your behalf without you knowing it.
Yeah, no, definitely.
You know, maybe not there yet.
Even as an early adopter of tech, I have my hesitation when it comes to that. Right?
Yes.
But on the note of Go Travel and on the note of like trying to be a digital companion, there is an old adage when it comes to brand and positioning. Right? People believe that if you try to be everything, you end up being nothing. So how do you guys navigate the positioning? Because the other dimension of it is that you've become so successful at positioning yourself as a payments app. So like until Izzat brought it up, I don't even remember so well that you had the travel function, because I always think of Touch and Go as just the eWallet, right? So like when I want to do something that's travel related, or when maybe I want to change my tires, I don't necessarily even think of going to TNG to plug in like tires and whatnot. So how do you try to be everything to everyone as a digital?
So first of all, we still need to be disciplined of try to do everything. Even you can do everything, everyone have certain perception of what you can do, right? So just like you said, if you never thought of we can do this one, you won't be want to searching for such services on our platform. So if you see, we normally try to starting from our home base, then branch out to something related, not unrelated. Thai is related to what? Transportation, right? So our main home base, I still think is three: payment, financial services, transportation.
Okay. But tire falls under transportation.
So we think we work with partner is something related. Why this is critical? Because let's say in the future, you go to the search bar, you're searching something is transportation related. This is where for the second half of the screen, I can show you something else I can do.
Right. Okay.
Right?
More cross-selling when you are.
But this crossing is natural.
Okay.
First of all, it's not something pop up.
All right.
It's something passive.
Okay.
Number two, it's related.
Okay.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I cannot do something totally unrelated.
Yeah.
So I think that's probably the principle.
Okay. And I guess that travel planning ties back to your cross-border, ties back to your travel card and whatnot. Okay, interesting. Maybe let's shift gears a little bit, right? And I think, Alan, you've been in Malaysia probably
15 years right now.
15 years, right?
Right now, yeah.
And I was watching some of your past interviews. You started your career as a customs officer in China.
Yes.
You went to Bangkok. You went to US and several other countries as well, I believe. Is Malaysia the longest?
Yes, by far actually.
Why?
I think two reasons. First reason is because in early days, my kids was young. Or why I don't even have kids. That time is easy, right? Just you and your wife, you can go anywhere, right?
Let's go.
Just pack your bag and go. But once your kids become school age, you want certain stability. They need friends, right? So I think that is one reason. The second reason is also we really like Malaysia. We enjoy the time here. The food is good. The language is easy. And the people is nice. So we don't see a reason we have to keep moving, right? So if you see something you like, you might better just settle down.
Okay.
Yeah.
At what point or what was the main factor for you to decide? Like at what point in this 15 years, was there like a pivotal moment that you like, yeah, you know what, this is my home?
Yeah. So one, our son is approaching school age. we already have discussion with my wife to say now we maybe need to consider place, not to move every 2-3 years. We need to settle down. So Malaysia really come very high on the top. And then we come here, we like it. The further confirm this is a place we want to probably stay longer.
I think Malaysia is wonderful, but it's also not without its downsides. Right? I've met a lot of professional CEOs like you as well who serve as CEO in some of the startups and whatnot. And I think sometimes there's also challenges with citizenship as well.
Correct.
If you were to think about how Malaysia can attract more top-level talent, what kind of policies do you think we can change?
Okay. Happy you brought this question. So you see, I've been here 15 years and I'm running a fairly big company. Even today, I'm still just holding a talent pass. Talent pass is actually already quite good. You don't need to renew every year. I think renew every 3 or 5 years.
The other note, and I was listening back to your conversation with Kevin just last month on his podcast. So then you were talking about how something that your mom said to you stuck with you about how you guys don't come from wealth, and then it's really important to work hard, study hard, and that's something that I guess carried on with your philosophy and your day-to-day. But let me flip that question a little bit, right? What would you say to your kids?
Similar things, actually.
Similar things?
You know, maybe we have more resources than my parents. But in the end, I think if you want to really get ahead in your life, in your career, you need to have that self-drive. And also you need to have this grit. I think the best gift the parents can give their kids is not money. It's actually that spirit and that, how do I say, that personal traits. So if you can shape your child with really this kind of very strong personal traits, they are being very persistent. They are really driving themselves hard. I believe they will be able to achieve something amazing, right? As a parents, we're just providing the best possible support we can give, but they have their own life, right? So you don't want to shape every single decision they make, right? They have to make their own decision. But I think if you have that very valuable personal traits, it really helps you a lot.
But I guess the other thing is that because for you come from an environment where resources weren't abundant, right? So sometimes that kind of scarcity, that kind of adversity is what develops the grit, the resourcefulness, and I guess that hustle in you, right? And your kids are probably doing a little bit better than you were as a kid. Like, do you think that growing up like that, they may not develop some of the skill sets that made you where you are and who you are today? Is that something you worry about?
So that's why it is very important for parents not to spoil the kids. It's very important.
I think so too.
If the kids always feel everything is come so easy, I don't do anything. How do you shape them so they can develop that self-drive and the grit? So I think since very young, me and my wife are being quite conscious of this. It's not like a kids coming from relatively wealthy family don't have self-drive, don't have grit. I don't think that's true. It really depends on how parents bring them up. Reality is you also see kids coming from relatively poor family, but they also don't have that self-drive and grit. So I don't think it's 100% correlated, right? It's really about actually the parents.
The kind of values that you instill with them.
Yes.
Maybe taking it a little bit broader, right? I think, Alan, when you and I were in the workforce, the dominant culture was this hustle culture. There was the 996, then there's the whole idea that you should work hard and really try to seize the moment and build your career, right? And I think with the younger generation, there's a growing movement of more work-life balance kind of emphasis, which we are noticing. What do you make of that?
Okay. First of all, I do not believe 996.
Okay.
I think some of the 996 is performance. The employee try to impress their boss because their boss like this kind of thing. So, unless their boss is the left, they are not to leave. And that is not healthy. And I don't think 996 is a culture can be sustainable in Malaysia. I don't think so. As a matter of fact, Touch and Go Digital has a reputation for being very fast, very agile. But if you come to our company any day around 7 p.m., you go to our floors, you will see 90% people gone. So people are leaving office at the normal hours. Nobody leave, wait until 9 p.m., etc. But one thing I'm proud of TNG employees. We have a spirit of if there's something is urgent, there's something has to be done. I will stay until it is done. So that moment does not come every day. But when it comes, we always deliver. I think that spirit is very, very important. To some extent, when we interview or hiring people, we also tell our potential candidates upfront. We are telling them, TNGD, we are a national critical information infrastructure. There are certain use case we do simply cannot be done. You have to be on standby 24/7. You just imagine if we are entirely done, that means people can get stuck on the highway. Can you imagine that happen?
No, especially during rush hour.
You just cannot. If we are done, entirely done, maybe people cannot go to petrol station to buy the cheap petrol Budi 95. There are certain things we cannot be done. As a matter of fact, have you noticed TNGD never have scheduled downtime? We never have scheduled downtime because it's impossible to tell the whole nation. From this hour to this hour, you cannot go past the toll, or you cannot go to petrol station. That's impossible.
You cannot pay your parking.
It's impossible, isn't it?
But the technology that goes behind it is so fascinating because both Izzat and I also spoke to Leslie, spoke to your ocean-based partners. I think it's quite impressive how you guys kind of keep it up and running all the time.
We are doing everything. It's not like we don't do maintenance. We do maintenance on the fly. Unlike many different organizations, they have a scheduled downtime. TNGD never have downtime.
So help our audience understand, how does it happen? Like, what does it look like inside TNG that you guys are able to ensure that it's up and running all the time?
So first of all, when it comes to technology, technology never 100% uptime. And that's the reality. So you have to design the system almost like a submarine with compartment, which means if it's one part is a problem, malfunction, you can seal that problem within that compartment. It does not bring the whole ship down. That's very, very critical.
So you isolate
That's very, very critical. That's number one. Number two, you need to have a backup. And a backup cannot be in the same physical location. You cannot have a backup in Bangsa plus another one in Cheras. Is that too close? Something happens.
It's just not good DR practice.
You need to have far enough to make sure you can have insufficient backup to ensure one bad thing happens. The overall ship can still function.
I'm sorry, because I've never seen TNG Digital, doing maintenance while using the app. But to those who are using the app while you are doing the maintenance and everything, will they have any form of problems? Will there be like they are not going to be able to do payments or not? Because I don't know. I just want to know.
It depends on the criticality of your user case. That does not mean every company have to do this 100% uptime kind of arrangements, because it's actually very costly.
I can imagine.
It's very costly, right? But for us, we have no choice. We have to do this.
But will the users notice what?
So I guess Izzat's question is, when you undergo some of this maintenance that you go on the fly, is it something that shows up when users experience interact? So it doesn't. It's happening invisibly under the layer.
You will know.
Okay.
Good stuff, man. Good stuff. But I just want to kind of I know we deviated a bit, right? So I just want to go back to the conversation we're talking about hustle culture and whatnot. So what it sounds like to me is that you feel like there is performative hustle, and then there's also productive hustle
Correct.
as well.
Correct. It's very true.
Yeah.
We want the second one. We want you to stay there
Yeah.
because you really have something important for you to do.
Yeah.
We don't care you're working there at 10 p.m. just to show performance to your boss. We don't care.
That doesn't service the end users, right? That just
Correct.
ends up
Correct.
servicing the egos of the leaders.
Correct. That's very true, actually.
Yeah. I want to take a step back, Alan, and I think you've been observing this space long enough, so you might have some thoughts on this, right? I think like a decade ago when the fintech revolution first started, a lot of the big thesis was the unbundling of financial services. You take what a bank provides and like, okay, you know, how do we make this payment experience superior to the bank? How do we make this wealth experience superior to the bank? I feel like we've come a full circle because it's 10 years later and then you are sitting here as a payments company. It's like, how do I bring wealth services? How do I bring insurance services? Why is there a kind of 180 to the trend of unbundling back to rebundling, you think?
I think both are happening at the same time.
Yeah.
You have certain fintech player like us become an ecosystem play. We really build a very big platform. You also have a vertical player.
Yeah.
They play in a narrow space, but they're very good in what they're doing. For the vertical player, to a large extent, competition is unavoidable.
Yes.
You are fighting for the same cake.
Yes.
Right? So I think what you mentioned, both are happening actually.
Okay. But do you think there is a space for specialized players? And the reason why I ask this is that, again, there were a lot of theses 10 years ago, right? Maybe robo-advisors as an example. It's a specialized vertical that's purely wealth-focused. If I remember my numbers correctly, I think the total asset under management for the entire industry, 1.9 billion. The leading player is 1.2 billion. And you know the numbers. If you were to look at these numbers and the margins, it's very minuscule, right? And then we look at crypto players, for example. There is, of course, the platforms like Binance and whatnot that's not regulated here that the crypto bros will go to. And then there's the regulated ones where the retail investors will go to, right? So in a world where everything is rebundling, so let's say, for example, I can access ETF on Moomoo, or I can invest in ASNB on Touch and Go. Maybe I can also do crypto services on Weibo one day, or even Touch and Go one day, because the e-services enables that, right? What room is there left for this like standalone vertical players?
Actually, people maybe underestimate the investment needed to acquire user at a scale. So let's say you have the best product in the world, but without distribution, without user base, it's still very difficult for you to make a meaningful business out of it, right? So, and there are not many players have such a deep pockets to really introduce their best product to the masses. So that's why I believe the coexistence and collaboration does help.
Okay.
Right.
So do you see like a concentration of these specialized players increasingly going towards ecosystem players like yourself for the sake of distribution?
Okay. If you are, let's say, you're a vertical player, you're very good in one thing. Unless you're so determined, I just want to do all these things all by myself, acquire millions of users, spending hundreds of millions investment initially, I think that is one route. But that route, not many players has that resources to pursue, right? Many people will probably choose different routes. They're saying, I'm very good in doing this. But why not? I just partner with an ecosystem player like TNG Digital, so I can introduce my services to the wide audience very quickly and easily, right? So I think people will probably make different choices.
Fascinating. Do you think that also kind of might potentially create a situation where it's quite similar to China, where a lot of startups, in order to succeed, they need to work with the big players like the Tencents and the N groups of the world. because again, like you said, a lot of the small players, let's say I'm trying to start a wealth business today. By the time I get my license, by the time I get my compliance guys in, I might not have a lot of funding left for marketing, right? So do you see Malaysia also heading that direction as well?
I think, like I mentioned, I still believe there will be some very successful vertical players.
Okay.
Right.
Okay.
At the same time, there'll also be a lot of maybe a smaller player will pursue the strategy like you described.
Okay.
I think both will coexist.
Okay.
Yeah. And I think to a large extent, ecosystem platform exists like us is actually a very good news for with relatively smaller players. Otherwise, they will never even get a chance.
True.
Because they don't have their own resources to be a very big vertical players, right?
So are you doing anything with the smaller players to help maybe grow the next generation of fintech startups?
So right now, honestly, we are willing to open up our mini program
Okay.
to many more smaller players.
Okay.
You see why we have to move from Yahoo to Google. Because in the Yahoo, your homepage is super crowded. I just running out of space to give even a link or icon to the smaller players.
Yeah.
But if you go to Google, or even in the future become AI age, then it's different. Even the smaller players, there is a way I can show you.
Okay.
I can service you.
Okay. So I guess in that world, I would be able to ask Ashango, like, hey, I have X amount of money. How do I invest it? Then there's a possibility that you list down the partners. This is what matches your portfolio.
Correct.
Is that a world that you see?
Correct.
Okay.
And one key thing is, you do notice we seldom do an easy thing like link out. Link out is the easiest thing you can do. You can literally do this. It's horrible.
Nasty.
It's horrible. It's horrible. So we actually do take time to integrate, to make your journey smoother. So you can enjoy the services of my partner in a smooth manner, right?
Yeah. So there's also a UX question as well, right? Because eventually, if you add on all of this integration, is there a point where the experience of the app becomes sluggish? How do you design it in such a way the architecture?
Yeah. So I think I'm not a tech people.
Yeah.
Maybe this question better answered by my CTO. There is a danger when you do that, your app become bigger and bigger and bigger, and there's a size limit,
That's the thing.
So, but if looking at super app, like WeChat and Alipay, they're still within that size limit,
and they have a lot of functions.
They're much more than us, right? So I do believe that certain things maybe you're caught upon.
Okay.
Net sacrifice a little bit user experience because there'll be some loading time.
Okay.
So you cannot do everything native in the app because you do everything native, your app will be gigabytes.
For sure.
It's impossible, right? So once you see there's some loading time, maybe you're calling that service, you bring the service up. I think that's trade-off.
Okay.
You have to do.
Okay. Another curiosity I have, and I think a lot of people draw the parallels between the eWallet journey and the digital bank journey because a lot of things are similar. Both started out by giving out a lot of very good discounts, interest rate, drive user acquisition, the promise of financial inclusion. And in the last episode, we were actually talking to Hilda as well. I'm going to ask her the same question that I asked you, the same question that I asked her, right? Where do you think e-wallets do a better job than digital banks when it comes to financial inclusion?
Interesting enough, more than half of the current digital bank are talking to us for collaboration. Because they know we have a reputation, we're open platform, right? We can work with anyone. The digital bank actually are facing exactly the same challenge as we discussed earlier. To acquire user at a scale, it costs too much money.
It's true. I think what the largest has 1.6 million users.
And that's after a lot of investment.
Substantial.
Right? And also another thing is, these users may not stick around. They come for you because you're providing 4% interest rate. The moment you drop to 2%, they are gone. Right? Because you don't have many user cases to keep them. Right? So I think the fact the digital bank are talking to us to co-launching certain products is actually a reflection of net financial inclusion. You need to scale. you need a reach,
Okay.
right? For digital bank to acquire 27 million eKYC user, that take how many years and how much money? TNG spent more than 1 billion ringgit historically to come to that scale.
Because, it just struck me, and I remember, I don't remember how many years ago when we spoke, you said to me, Vincent, we're going to offboard some users.
Mm.
We were going to make sure that everybody was eKYC.
Yes, 100%. Yeah.
So I think at a point I'm like, why is he doing this? But now I guess the logic is now that your users are eKYC, it's so easy for you to be working with this kind of
Correct.
like digital.
Correct.
Huh.
The reason why we did SFO, you mentioned one important reason, because it's easier to collaborate with our partner, with eKYC user. Second thing is also to managing fraud,
Of course.
new accounts.
Of course.
Because if you're not eKYC, you can claim whoever you are.
Correct. Yeah.
The only thing you need is a phone number,
Yes.
right? I don't know who you are.
Yeah.
You can create 10 accounts with 10 phone numbers. But now eKYC, unique.
Yeah.
I know who you are.
Yeah.
And that matters.
Yeah.
I think one of the reasons why our fraud incidents reduced by 90%
Because of the eKYC.
is because eKYC and also the Ban Negara, the new regulation.
Yes.
I think this is something I need to maybe do a little bit good words for Ban Negara. This 5 anti-fraud measurements really helped. Particularly 2 really helpful.
Okay, tell us more.
Number 1 is in mandate, you have to bind your app to your phone device. That means what? Even your username passcode get compromised. People try to log in from different device.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
Yeah.
You need to have your phone.
Yeah.
Right? That's number 1. Very important.
Yeah.
Number 2, it also mandate for high-risk transaction, OTP cannot be the only authentication. You need to do another biometrics authentication. It can be face, can be thumbprint, right? Can be voice, but cannot be just OTP.
It's another layer, right?
OTP is too easy to hijack.
It is.
Okay?
Yeah.
So this one really helped. Because it is easy for customer to get a phone number.
Yeah.
Sometimes hijack OTP. But just imagine how difficult for them to get your phone and your face at the same time. It's almost impossible, right? So I really see the number of fraud
At
cases.
the point, if they have my phone and my face, I think I might have bigger problems too.
The reality is the vast majority of the fraud cases that happen right now is actually a scam case, which means you actually believe the fraudster transfer money yourself using your own face to authenticate the transaction. That one is very difficult.
I think the latest number was that it's up by 95%.
95%.
Something.
That's from NSIC.
Yeah.
The National
Scam Response Center.
Scam Response Center.
It's
95%.
It's definitely quite terrifying to think about it, actually. But it's good that we're seeing all these initiatives. We're also seeing the PayNet fraud portal and whatnot. Now, I guess the other question I have for you, which I'm sure you get asked a lot, right? In your previous interview, when you spoke about IPO, I think one thing that you always say is that when the time is right, it come naturally to us. We'll just focus on building the business. So I'm not going to ask you for a time frame, right? What does right look like?
What's what?
What does right look like? Because you say when the time is right. So what conditions need to be met for you to be thinking, yes, this is the path we want to go down?
If you want to give investor confidence, you need to have a track record, right? Do not forget the first full year profitability we have is 2025. This is literally the second year, right? So we want to come to market, give our investor a lot of confidence. They don't see just 1 year. They actually see the trajectory. They see the track record. I think 2-3 years profitability is something I think will probably give investor that confidence.
Okay. It's fascinating to me because when we look at some of the markets in Southeast Asia, I think with the exception of maybe Singapore, where it's a hub, or Indonesia, where the total addressable market is huge, most of the unicorns and the IPO stories are of the same model, right? We have Gcash in the Philippines. we have Touch and Go here, the TNG Digital here as well. In markets like Malaysia and Philippines, right? Why do you think that we don't have a strong champion outside of these business models?
Mm. Why talking about ecosystem players, platform, by definition, you won't have many. You cannot imagine you have 25 ecosystems.
Yeah, that is not
Each one of them have 27 million users.
It's not an ecosystem.
That's not possible, right?
Yeah.
But I do believe in every single category, you have some very successful vertical players.
Yeah.
Okay.
They by itself is actually can be very successful, very big, right? When it comes to insurance, when it comes to credit business, when it comes to wealth management, every single vertical used to have success players. But when looking at ecosystem, I think by definition you won't have so many.
No, for sure.
Yeah.
I guess the only thing is for me is that we only see players like you guys and Gcash like growing in these markets at that scale, So I'm just wondering what's lacking for the other vertical players to be able to succeed. But I guess that's maybe a difficult.
Well, at least one thing is payment is relevant for everyone.
Yes.
That's a fact.
Yeah, everyone needs
payments.
Everybody needs to get paid.
Right. There are certain use cases is by definition you will not be able to reach 27. But payment is a user case. Every single person needs it.
Yeah, for sure. And I wanted to revisit something that we spoke about 2 years ago, right? And we know that the DITO license is ending end of this year. Is your stance still the same?
For which one?
The digital insurance license.
Okay. To be honest, I think digital insurance is not an area I really have, domain expertise. I probably, will not be able to provide too much in this particular topic because this is honestly it's not something I'm not very familiar with.
So, but there is no interest to pursue the license, and the play would be similar to your current play with the digital banks.
Yeah, because I'm quite happy where I am right now. I have 7 to 8 insurance player, right? AI is one of our shareholders, but we're still working with others, right? So that shows our open platform. I'm quite happy with our current arrangements. To be honest, I feel insurance is an area requires a very deep domain knowledge and expertise. It might be harder than you think. It is not like TNGD has been successful in other places. Then we can be successful in every single vertical. So I think sometimes we need to also resist the temptation. Try to do everything.
You cannot do everything at once. Maybe one personal question for myself as a user. I think one of my favorite features and functions of Touch and Go was I think it's called the quick reload, right? You guys disabled that in May.
Only debit.
Only debit.
Credit card is still okay.
Still okay. Okay. So credit card still. So what was the I guess thinking behind that? Was it a unit economics thing? What was the?
It's actually not about unit economics. This one, to be very honest, what happens behind the scene is a payment success rate. If you read Visa MasterCard rule very carefully, they have certain regulation about what is a minimum payment success rate they want to keep. If you're below that threshold, there's a penalty, and the penalty is fairly big. Actually, the penalty is not paid by us. It's paid by our bank partners because reload happens using their cards, right? So, but they definitely complain to me.
No, I'm sure.
Because they say, hey, Alan, because of you, I'm paying millions and millions of penalty to the Visa MasterCard. To the extent we have to react.
Okay. So, but then the credit card functionality for the
credit card reload success is actually very decent.
Okay.
It's above 80%, 90%.
So it's much higher.
That's very good.
Okay.
Debit card is below 50%.
Oh,
below 50%.
Okay, that's a number that I didn't expect. No,
And that is too bad.
Okay.
To the extent, Visa MasterCard is giving a penalty to our partners.
Right.
Why debit card is low? Because there's one big problem is insufficient balance.
Balance, right?
And this problem become bigger because a merchant they keep charging. So they charge one time fail. After half an hour, they try another time. Or 6 hours later, they try another time.
Right.
So one insufficient balance get multiplied, right? So that reduces the payment success rate dramatically to the point. I just cannot do this anymore
Mm-mm.
because my partner will complain to me big time.
No, that makes sense. That makes sense. So I just want to go back on your, I guess, 9 years journey with TNG Digital, right? Started as employee number 3, now CEO number 3 in phase 3.
Three is the number.
I just realized all Three. Okay,
Three
great.
seems to be your number, right? But reflecting on your entire journey, I guess, what meant the most to you personally?
So my journey in TNGD is not just as a professional manager. I think is in between a professional manager and entrepreneur. Right? You won't believe how many jobs I have done in TNGD since the start. And I just share with you the journey.
Yeah.
I started as chief risk officer.
Yeah.
6 months later, I changed my job to chief operation officer. Then 1 year later, I changed my job to chief product officer.
Oh, quite different.
Then I also become the head of financial services, right? So that's a formal job before I become CEO. Even after I took CEO job, because there are certain, certain senior members left, I also did some interim head job as HR. Interim job for CFO for like just a few months.
So wherever there's a hole, you feel it.
So that is spirit of entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You don't complain.
Yeah.
If there's a need, if nobody else can do it, you roll up your sleeve and get it done, right?
Yeah. But how, I guess, challenging, I mean, it might be 8 years ago, right? How challenging was that transition? Because, I've met a number of bankers, very senior bankers, who then decide, you know what, I want to try some startups. Or, you know what, I've been in the bank long enough, I think I can build my own startup, right? A lot of them 2-3 years later, they say, yeah, Vincent, I'm back at the bank. So why do you think that didn't happen to you?
That's why I always believe the self-drive is one of the most important personal traits to make you successful. Not many people know I came to TNGD volunteered.
I remember you mentioned to me.
My last job was chief risk for CMB Consumer Banking, managing more than 100 billions of asset. I come to TNGD, also a chief risk officer. You think about, CMB versus here.
But that's a very different skill, right?
So if you're looking for title, looking for, money, I won't come here. I came here because I believe this one has a very big future. As a matter of fact, there's one interesting thing I want to share with you is CMB actually sent me to one executive training program called INSEAD. I mean, the France INSEAD, right?
Popular one.
Do you know what is my graduation presentation?
What was it?
Touch and go.
Oh, really?
Yes. So that was way before the JV started.
So it was the idea of touch and go.
It's 2013.
Oh.
2013. The Touch and Go Digital was established in 2018.
We didn't even have eWallets at 2013, right? Yeah.
The 2013, actually, I did a presentation as my graduation presentation to CMB CEO and also the GEXCOs. Basically, the message was, Touch and Go is a gold mine, but we're not digging enough.
Right.
And also telling the CMB senior management, this is not something we can dig ourselves. You need a partner. I even mentioned 2 partners, WeChat or Alipay. we should choose one of them, right?
One of them succeeded and materialized, right?
Now, because of that, when I see this JV finally set up, I was thinking, this is my idea.
Yeah.
Maybe I should go there to make it really happen.
You had your vision board, so.
Right. So if you're looking at my 2013 presentation, you will realize something I write on the PPT 15 years ago, right now, already become reality.
So I'm curious, so when you look back at the 2013 presentation, I'm asking you to crawl really far back, right? What were some of the stuff that you put in there that right now is like a key function for Touch and Go?
Actually, I can send you the deck.
I would love to see it.
I have the deck. It's this 2013 deck I did present it. So right now it's not a secret because it already happened, right? Actually, many things happened. But one thing I didn't realize is take 8 years to happen. I probably underestimated the difficulty.
Yeah.
Underestimated.
Yeah.
But there are certain functions, including Go Plus and things, are actually what I mentioned in the 2013 deck.
13 years ago, right?
So, right now it's very obvious that, e-wallets can work, right? Now that we're sitting here in hindsight. But in 2013, how did you figure out that this was going to be a trend?
Honestly,
what signs were you seeing?
I really believe the human nature in any places are similar.
Okay.
People want something easier.
Yeah.
People want something more convenient.
Yeah.
People want something can give you more value.
Yeah.
The human nature is the same. I witnessed with my own eyes how this digital payments exploded in China, right? People really transiting from cash to digital payments.
Yeah.
Really because it's easy, it's convenient,
right.
and it makes so many business possible. I really believe that's a trend. I believe that's just a matter of time. It will happen in Malaysia. And eventually, it was true.
Yeah. I guess you saw something that worked somewhere else and you decided.
Correct.
But also it takes the execution to carry it through. Because there are many people who saw that same thing later.
It happened in China, the same thing.
Yeah.
If you look at China, the big business, almost none of them are original idea from China. Everyone is a copy from US. But they make it bigger. They make it more successful.
Localize it.
Right? They localize it. Because I think it's true. The idea for Chinese and that time is the same. If you work in US,
then you can work in China.
Work here.
I'm saying you work in China, you can work in Malaysia. So it's the same thing.
I mean, in a way, like even with UPI, we look at, we work in India, we work in Malaysia as well with the whole.
It's the same thing.
Yeah, same thing.
Isn't it?
Yeah. So I guess that was 13 years ago, right? But do you have something you're writing right now down for the next 13 years? Can I see that deck?
I do, but I keep this one to a small circle. I think, we do. We do think there's something else. It could also be a very big in Malaysia. But maybe that's for another
podcast.
You know?
The episode 2 of this. But any maybe smaller sneak peek you can give us a...
I still think the merchant requires more help.
Okay. And you have what? 2 million merchant base?
We have 2 million merchants, 80% SME, right? I'll give you a little bit hint. You're looking at certain merchants, just to pick one, the bubble tea, Chaji, right? Do you notice they have a very good loyalty program? Have you tried our loyalty program? Very good.
It's the only one I downloaded.
It's actually very addictive. Every time you buy, you get certain things, and they tell you on the birthday, give you this gift and that gift. They have very good, nice loyalty program. And that's one of the reasons why they're not cheap. They're actually more expensive, but they're been quite successful in Malaysia. But have you noticed such thing is still missing for most merchants in Malaysia? You cannot have so many merchants have this kind of loyalty digital program.
Because you just give up because you can't manage like 15 different loyalty programs.
But why have to?
Okay.
Why not leverage a platform to do that?
Ecosystem.
Right? But I do think merchant require certain things like this.
Okay.
Digitize merchant operation is a big business.
Okay.
I think we're just getting started. I actually believe a few years later, this could be a very big growth engine for TNG, right? And I think this is a win-win because by doing this loyalty program, it's also helping merchants to get more business, be more successful.
True. And the consumers get some good deals out of it.
Yes. And also, can you imagine if you're a small merchant, middle-sized merchants, you'll never have the resources and know-how to do a loyalty program.
Or even the stickiness, right? Because it's like if this user only interacts with me once every 6 months, then there's no point for them to just have my app. But if there's other businesses on it, then I guess it makes sense.
I really think this could be something big in the future, right? So this is one thing, I anticipate. So hopefully a few years later,
13 years later, we'll sit down and then you say,
hopefully don't take 15, 13 years.
13 months maybe this time around.
3 years, because 3 years is a good number.
Well, with that, Alan, thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
I appreciate the time.
Thank you.
Took to share.
Thank you for inviting me
Appreciate it.
again.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks.
Thank you so much.